up. So it should be well done as opposed to having the layout person choose the words, right? Because they don't
Right.
know.
Well, that should be good. And then I presume they'll also have it. Well, I'll have to take a look and see. I mean, they got it kind of broken down into a sort of a standard modular format.
Yeah,
Um,
and they pulled a lot of the stuff that was ALAO specific,
yeah, yeah.
and now that's going to be in the ALAO book.
Okay, well that makes sense. So,
ALAO.
well, good. Yeah, and it looks like They look like they had some more examples. In fact, I thought, did they have an example of play in here or not? No, it just looks like, oh, they had more of an example of the pushback and some of the other concepts that weren't.
I yeah
Yeah, so that's good. And I'm and they have smoke as an optional rule.
yes yeah.
Our favorite rule.
Poor
So,
Uwe.
oh well, it's
Everybody jumped up and down on top of it until he agreed.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's the sort of thing that game designers. It's what we do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking to
Um.
Jim Soto. So the live stream is going. Um,
Oh, great.
yeah, so I was talking
Hello,
to
everyone.
yeah, so I was talking to Jim Soto, who's with Marshall Enterprises, and so we talk about because he helps. I help play testing his games. He helps then play testing the ones that Ed Wimble puts together, and then we play some other stuff too. And so he's always it's interesting, he as a game designer, then looking at how other game designers are approaching the same topic, or the same scale and everything else, and so it's interesting how everyone's got their own take on trying to answer the question, what was Napoleonic battle and combat, and how do we model that in a two-dimensional, space here on a map with a couple of cardboard pieces and some die. So,
Yeah. And it's complex. It's a complex thing to try and model, and you have to cut at some point and say we got to make it a game that people are going to enjoy, or is it a game where we're going to have a whole lot of rules and special rules and things.
yeah, yeah. So, all right. Well, speaking of rules and special rules, I think we are now on to. Did we? I think we finished the 220 turn. I think we're. I don't know. Did we advance the clock? Are we at
Yeah, me.
220? Or
I
do you?
think I had the last move, so I think you're right. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's now the 240 turn, maybe. We can check. When do those reinforcements come in? 2 o'clock. Yeah, so it's the 240 turn now. Okay. All right. So now we get to see what the French are going to do. So, first thing we would do is declare any charges if we have any. And looking at the map, do I want to do any charges? That's so very tempting. But usually it doesn't work terribly well.
Come and charge me across the stream.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm
But
sure it would be very cooling for the horses in the hot weather.
oh yes, I'm sure it'd be very cooling, very refreshing for them. Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. I'll see if I can't. So I'm gonna declare a charge with this Lancer unit that's here, and I'm gonna spend the first the first little bit of their movement, changing their formation. So I'm going to put them into line. So that would normally cost me 3 movement points, but because it's during a charge, it's going to cost me 6 movement points. So then I'm going to go 7, 8, and 9. And then I'm going to move here for 10, 11, and that's the target of my charge. Well, that's going to be more than 11 to go there. So we'll see what's left of me by the time I get to your guns. So,
Okay.
so when I move from here to here, your square gets a shot at me, and I think your guys are just ×2 your regular Russian infantry. So you've got how many increments there? 5. Right, so that's going to be 10 divided by 3, since you're only shooting at me with that. So it's going to be 3 to 6. Well, I'm in line actually. So what's my fire defense in line? Or does it say? My fire defense is 9. So it's a 1 to 3 shot. So you got to roll in 65 or 66 to get a hit. Nope.
And that's not it.
Yeah. So then I move on top of you, right? And when I do that, then as I leave from this hex to this hex, you get another shot, but this time you get to shoot with 2/3 of what you got. So that's going to be 6 to 9. So that's a 1 to 1.5 shot. That's
So
definitely
got
a hit.
62.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to take a hit. So let me go ahead and put a loss. And then I need to make a morale check. And I pass. Right. And that's where I'm at. And so now you need to make a morale check for your chap there. He is going to have some negative modifier. Well, he's got a minus 45 from being charged in the flank. I mean, he's got a minus 12 for that. And then he's got a minus 6 for being charged by lancers. So he's got a minus 18. So that's going to take it down to a 15. Oh, he's got a morale of 14. Oh, wow. Okay. So he's very, very, very happy.
Molan Labe,
He just
baby.
barely passed. Just barely passed. All right. So let's see. Do I have a charge marker or some sort of marker here? I do. So just plunk that down there. All right. And then we will await further combat when we get to it. Okay.
Do you need defensive fire from the Grenzers?
You'll get defensive fire when the defensive fire phase rolls around.
Oh, so, these are Jaegers, not Gren.
Yeah. So what'll happen is, so what happens now is the French are going to do their movement phase, and then then you'll have defensive fire, offensive fire, and then we'll have what's next? The next thing would be the melee. So you'll have a chance to get a shot at the guy later in the turn. Oh my goodness! In the meantime, what should I do? Things are looking pretty particular here for the French. Got all this cavalry menacing me. Cavalry everywhere. All right, well, let's start down here by Kulm. So we're just going to keep pushing our guns forward here so we have something exciting to shoot at. And All right, and you are intentionally hiding your little people from me. It's all right. So at this point in time, I own the plateau. Okay, and going up the slope was how much? All right, the slope up. +2 for infantry. Okay. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay. I remember now some of the evil things I had planned. All right, this guy's going to go here again. And who else did I have to push around? That's going to be 3, 4, 5, and 6 gets him there. And the stream was very hard to get across, wasn't it? +3. All right, so 1, 2, 3. And that's then going to be 7 to get there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gets me there. All right, I've got my horse guns. And they are going to cost how much to go across the stream? There's a little ford there. So +3. So 4 for them to go there. 5, 6, 7. And then they can unlimber. Okay. Okay. That's something. Okay, what else do we need to do? Okay, over here at Kulm, this guy's going to come out here. There we go. Okay. All right, and then I got more people here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it on the little trail? Trails. 1 movement point. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets them there. 4, 5, 6 gets them there. All right. 1, 2. Okay. I think that is about as good as I can do for the moment. So it's time for defensive fire. And you've got a little bit of that.
Not too much.
Yep. So you've got some up here in the town. The little, what is this, Spaden?
Yep.
Yep. Straden. So you've got
Straden.
this guy can fire and this guy can fire. How much is even left of this guy here? He's got 2 increments. Okay. So I'm not sure how you want to sort of divvy up your shots.
I'm thinking about that. I think I want to take this guy and go here.
Okay. So his printed value is 3. So you've got 3 to 10. So it's a 1 to 3 shot. So you're looking for a 65 or 66.
Oh, stinks.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. And then you've got your skirmisher, who is
54 might be worth checking out.
2 increments. And the skirmishers, those are your Jaegers. They're times 3. So it's going to be a 6 to 6. It's a 1 to 1. That's enough for a hit.
Yeah. Very good.
Huh. This piece is not letting me. Oh, increments lost. Okay, there we go. I'm like, where is that? Okay, good. And then where else are we? Okay, then we're here. So you've got 3 points from your square, and whatever half of the printed value is here, 1. So you got 4 to 9. So that's a 1 to 2.5 shot there.
And a 64.
That is going to be another hit, probably. Yes, just barely. Wow.
Good. All right.
You are just chipping away at these guys. Let's make another morale check here. That's probably going to be enough to get them to bug out. Yep, they're going to bug out. So they're going to rout. So they are just going to head back at their full movement point cost. And going across that stream is +5. So it's going to be 6. So it's going to be 1, and that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 gets them over there. Oh, well, it was worth a try.
Yeah, that was a nice big gun to attack.
Yeah. There's not too many other ways I can take it out. Although I do have a leader that I can combine some guns and do some shooting, but it's not as good as what I'd like. Oh, well. C'est la vie. Let's see. So that's it for defensive fire. So now we have some offensive fire. So now I've got this stack of guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at medium range shooting at these guys here. And I'm going to have 16 plus 5. That's going to be 21. 21 to 6. So that's a 3 to 1 shot. 56 at 3 to 1. It's probably good enough for 1 hit, maybe more. 3 to 1. Hey, it's 2 hits. And make a morale check.
I want to do that. Don't want to do that. Wait. Delete that. I want to use, since I started with the other one, I'm going to go with the other one. Okay, and then a morale
all right,
check.
so it says they've lost 3 units, so okay. All right, well, that's how that goes. Okay, then these 2 chaps are going to fire here. It's a 1 to 1 shot there, and that's a miss. Then this guy's going to fire here. He's probably, well, I'll just hold the thing over him and we'll see. I need to get the updated module that doesn't have as long a lag time for the rollover. So it's a 6,
Okay.
6 to 12. It's a 1 to 2 shot. Nope, nothing there. All right. Then down here, I've got these guns plus these light infantry are going to fire here. So the guns tally up to how
The
much?
light infantry doesn't have a range of 2 listed. Is that a mistake on the counter?
So what is up with this guy? Is he light infantry or is he something else? Why is he
No, he's
upside
line.
down?
He's
He's
line.
line. Oh, so I don't know why he's upside down. Okay. Maybe he got flipped over when we were doing the other thing.
Maybe we were checking on some value and didn't put him back.
Yeah. No, he's light infantry.
Then his back is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a mistake there. He's the 7th Leger.
And he has a range of 2, so the right value is in the rollover. Okay, good news. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that just needs to get corrected. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so he's going to have 15 halved to 7, right? Since
Yep.
the range of 2. And then these guns are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're at medium range. So we've got half of 9. We'll say that's 5. So that's 13, 12. And then the other one is 9. So we've got 21 to 6. That's going to be a 3 to 1 shot. 15 at 3 to 1 is a
Nice.
miss.
Nice, Eric. I
Hey,
told you I could teach you how to roll.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's what we're good at, snatching defeat from the clutches of victory here. So, all right, let's see. Pushing on, carrying on. We've got some more shooting. I've got these guys up here on the hill can fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll fire on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll fire on this guy here. He's a big target. So it's going to be 7 to 6. It's a 1 to 1 shot. No pluses, no minuses. And that's a miss. All right. And then here we've got these chaps firing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So this one will fire here. So that's a 1 to 1. No pluses. Nope. And then this one here is going to fire there. It's a 1 to 1. Hey, that's a hit on these guys.
Here we go. There we go.
All right, just roll for your morale check for those boys.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that part. Oh,
They
hello.
pass. Well, you just seem to be, yeah, the Russians are just on fire with all of their stuff.
Put them out. Put them out. Put them out.
Exactly. All right, assaults. I've got at least one assault I'm going to do, and we'll see how it goes. So these guys here are going to attack your skirmishers there.
Now, can I withdraw before assault?
Yes, you can. So you can move up to half your movement points. So that's going to be 4 movement points.
I'm just going to move 1.
If you do that, then I can advance and into that hex and
Just going to
attack
move
you
2.
again. Yeah, there you go. So, all right. And I think we were just dropping a little marker on you like that. Okay. Now, then this guy's going to advance, and then he's declaring these guys the target of his attack. So they're going to need to make a morale check. And I don't know how many increments you've got in that hex.
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, with a 61. Yep. All right, and I have a plus 12 on my roll because I'm hitting you in the flank, so I'm fine as well. So you've got 7, and what do I have? And I've got 21. So I've got 3-1 on the assault table. And let's see what I can achieve at 3-1. Here we go. 65.
Oh, that's
Defender routes. So your guns are eliminated.
okay.
So did you like just delete them or did you put them on the chart? I normally put them on the hour chart so we know what we've killed.
Okay, so let me put them on the hour chart.
Yeah. So in some of the games, not the premier rules, you have the ability for the guns to come back.
Okay.
So, and in some of the games, they'll have it where victory conditions are based on how much stuff you took out. All right, so then I have
Gotcha.
to advance into the said hex. And that's that. Now, do I want to try to attack this other hex? I've got 7 and what is this? 6. I'll have at least 3-1. Okay, I'm gonna try to attack you here. I've got 7 and 6 points there.
6
Yeah,
points.
so I've got 13. So I got a 3-1 on this hex here. You don't have to make a morale check because you're in general order terrain. I do have to make a morale check, but the odds will give me a +3 on my roll. So for this hex here, we'll go ahead and roll with a +3, and they pass. And this hex here, same thing, and they're good too. All right, so now what we do is we just calculate our odds and flip that guy over. So he's 24. And this guy, flip him over. He's 21.
Ooh, and I'm 12, so you got a 5-1, 4-1, 4-1,
Yeah.
4.5
Yeah.
to 1.
So do they have 4.5 to 1? I don't know. Yeah, they do have 4.5 to 1. All right, but you've got a leader. So the leader is going to subtract something from the die, depending on who he
2, that's
is.
morale. The morale's 2. There's no,
Oh,
it's an
he has
80.
no. Okay, so he's just
Yeah,
only good for that. Okay, so
he's
it's a
decoration.
4.5 to 1. No pluses, no minuses. A 22 is
22.
going to be a defender disorders. So you're going to take a loss. And then you're going to have to retreat back 3 hexes and be marked with a disorder marker. So you can go here 1, 2, 3. Right.
And he's got a disorder
Yeah.
on him. So.
Now, if this guy was facing a different way, then or his attack hadn't gone through, then you would have say lost an additional increment because it would have been a zone of influence, or a zone of control, but it's not. So he's fine there. Yeah, and I generally speaking, I try to put the disordered markers on top, so that way we can find them when we need to. So, okay. So now I'm going to have this unit here advance into that hex. And that is going to be the extent of the excitement for me. So I do have some folks to try to rally. So I've got this. I've got this cavalry unit that had freaked out. So when I go to pull up, yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and just roll for him. 41 minus 6 is going to be a 31. And he is a 21. So he is going to recover, but he's then going to be marked as exhausted because, oh, he's going to be marked as exhausted because he recovered from being routed. So let's go there. Nope. And let's flip that. Okay, good. And then we can face him any old way we want. And he comes back in column formation. Okay, then we've got this infantry unit here. Let's roll for them. Oh, they are going to keep routing. So they're going to move their movement value of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 back this way. And then we've got these guys here. Same story. 56. They are happy to be back in the battle. Okay. Do we have anybody else we need to mess around with?
I don't see any.
Nope. I think that's it. So, okay. Cool. So now it's over to you. So if you were going to be declaring any charges, you would do that now. And otherwise, you'd go on. We've got Luke Farrell, 6769, saying afternoon, little late joining, but a late lunch for me. So, well, greetings, Luke. Obviously,
Welcome.
you're in some other part of the universe than we are. It's
Yeah,
early in the morning here on the Pacific coast of the United States. So,
not lunch.
mm-hmm.
It is not light.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me ask you, if I charge, how many units can charge a single unit? If I want to charge, and I have 3 cavalry units, can I put one here, and one here?
Yeah,
Or do they have to each charge separately?
You could all gang up. Yeah, so unlike regs where only one unit can attack one target with Premier and with
5.
Yes, 5th edition, you can have multiple units attack the same target. So yeah, so if you wanted to charge that square, you could.
And for heavy cavalry hitting a square, it's quartered?
So anything that's attacking a square is thirded.
Thirded.
Yeah. But what you have to realize is the squares with these French units, just like your guys, they don't have a lot of musket firepower. So their shooting is in square is ×2, right? While at Dresden, they're ×3, right? The troops that you have at Dresden are a little bit better. So if they're in square, they're ×3, but here they're just ×2. So it's only my Leger and then your better infantry, like your Jaegers, Grenadiers, and Guard, that have the ×3 multiplier. So being in square is going to help me, but it's not going to, I don't have as much oomph firing back at you.
I am not going to charge down there.
Okay.
I'm not going to charge over there. No, I don't know. Maybe I should.
Okay.
No, I shouldn't. Nope, no charges. Okay, so it's just regular movement.
Okay. Yep. So then you just tell me where you're going to start, and we'll start to plug away.
Start up at the top.
Okay.
One, 2, 3, 4. going to stay 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to rotate. How do we do this? Nope.
There we go. That looks like you've rotated.
I believe I've rotated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no command radiuses and things, huh?
Nope. So it's just whatever you could accomplish in the timed movement.
Right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So he was in line. So when you're in line, your movement is reduced by 2. So he actually only has 5 movement points that he can spend. Yeah.
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he is a
He's a
he
skirmisher.
is
Yeah.
skirmisher, so he's just full 7.
He's got full 7. Yeah.
Now I can prolong the artillery into the same hex as the infantry. Is this true?
You can, but you can't prolong across a creek.
Not across the creek.
Yeah.
So I think I'm okay. Do I have to assume the same formation, or can I be aimed differently?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Do I have to assume the same facing as the line?
You have to assume that if you're have artillery stacked with infantry, they have to have the same facing as that unit. Yeah.
Just check.
Yeah, you can prolong up and down slopes, but you can't prolong across a stream in Premier
Makes
rules.
Sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And in some of the rules, in some of the games, you can't even go up or down the slopes because they're a little bit more problematic.
We're gonna go. I forgot here. How's things?
So are you trying to figure out what to do, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to just get the idea of what strengths the units are and what I want to do with them. Gonna move there. Does your light infantry want to move?
No. So you move them there, right? And then later, after defensive fire, offensive fire, if you declared an assault or you want to do a melee, then I would retreat before combat, if that's what I wanted to do.
And so I want to withdraw these extended lines. So I just get rid of them now and pay 1 point.
So to change from road to whatever formation you want to be in, say column, it just costs 3 movement points to do so.
Nine. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's the stacking on cavalry? Is it 14 or 12? Or 18?
I think stacking was closer to 18. Let me take a look here real quick and see what it says. Stacking in the clear, 18 for infantry, 18 for cavalry, 6 for artillery.
Okay.
Oh, lots of big targets.
Yep. But you don't have lots and lots of guns right there either. So
not yet.
That's how.
Give me time.
Three, 4, 7. Is it to cross the bridge? 3 to cross the bridge?
To cross a bridge or to cross? Oh, those
Bridge.
guys that are there. Yeah. So the bridge is +3 for cavalry.
Okay, that makes it 8 then. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's already out, so that's all right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so let's get rid of this and this. Here. I got people to clean up back here. That's all right. What have I got handy? Oh, Chevalier Guard.
So if they don't move at all, their exhausted will be removed. If they move less than half, they'll go from exhausted to tired, or in this case, fatigued is the term they use. And then
fatigued will disappear.
Fatigued will then disappear if they move less than half. So we should have actually taken the blue fatigue marker off of this cavalry of yours that's down here by Kulm, because, yeah.
Okay.
So because he'd gotten shot, they had the action, this and that, their shot, so things got kind of pushed back.
Okay. So I'm just going to come back one. One, and then that guy already moved. This guy's going to come over here. That's it. All right, so that's done. What are you going to do with these guys? there and turn in. Whoops. Here. And then I'm going to do morale checks and stuff. So I've got no charges.
Well, you don't do
No
morale checks yet, so we would have any defensive fire, any offensive fire, and then we do all that stuff.
Go for that. Go for it.
Yeah. So, defensive fire, I think we've only got the one here where we are adjacent. So this stack here. So I've got 15 firepower. This guy's worth 6, and this guy's also worth 6. So I can divvy that up, 15 divided by 2. So it'd be a 1-to-1 attack here, and then a 1-to-1 attack here with a plus. What have you got there? With a +5. So the first 1-to-1 attack, that's a hit. And I'm not sure how many hits that is on that chap. So that is his third loss. So he'll need to make a morale check. He'll have a -6 for being half dead. 24. So he's going to disorder, and the stack is going to move away 3 hexes.
The whole stack is disordered?
The whole stack is disordered, yep. All right, then I've got this shot here. That's going to be a 1-to-1 with a +5. Here we go. And that's not enough to do anything. Okay, so that's that for my defensive fire. Yeah, so now it's time for offensive fire. So you tell me where you want to start and start shooting.
Let's start up at the top.
Okay.
Here.
Yep.
I would like to fire at your artillery.
Okay. So you're a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, range of 5. So you've got 14 to 8. 14 to 8 is going to be
1.5 to 1.
1.5 to 1. But you can't actually achieve anything because in this rule set, you've got to get at least 2 hits.
2 hits to get an artillery,
to do
right?
one single, right? And at 1.5 to 1, the best you could do is a single hit. At 2 to 1, if you rolled a 66, you could get a hit. So what you probably want to do is fire at, say, this cavalry unit.
Right.
That's going to be
That's
better.
Exactly
so you're going to have 14 to 9. So that's 1.5 to 1 shot. A 22 is a miss. Okay. You've got these skirmishers at a range of 2. They could fire at these chaps here.
Always take a shot.
Yeah, and you've got 2 increments. You've got 6. So you've got 3 to 9. It's a 1 to 3 shot.
That won't do it. 54.
No, not good enough. You've got these guys here. Same thing. We can take the moved marker off of them.
Nothing.
So it's going to be a 1 to 3 as well. Okay, and then we go down to your artillery. So you don't want to put your infantry on top, right? Because whoever's on top is the one who fires. So what you want to do is move that infantry unit, unless you want him on the top. You want to put him at the bottom of the stack. So he's there to provide moral support and maybe to take a loss. So so now pick a target. You've got plenty of options for you.
Since I don't like the odds on artillery, I think I'm going to take this shot there.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So a range of 4. So it's going to be 22 to 6. So it's going to be a 3 to 1 shot. A 34 is a single hit. They don't have a 3.5 to 1. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't roll the 34. That was the last thing I rolled.
Oh, okay. A 42. It's still a single hit. So, all right. Cool. And then you've got your horse gun. The horse gun can fire here. It's probably your best shot. So it would be 9 to 12. So it's a 1 to 1.5 shot.
Okay, I rolled a 54.
54, so that's good enough for a hit. And let's go ahead and So these guys have to make a morale check now. 25, they are 26. So they are going to disorder. All right, so let's go ahead and move them back so they can go back 1, 2, 3 this way. 1, 2, 3, they'll be back there. And then we put a disorder marker on them. Okay, let's see. Do you have anything else that you can shoot? I don't
believe that I do.
Yeah, no, that's it. So,
okay.
All right, so now you would go to your recoveries. So let's go first to people who are routed. So you've got way back here at Hanstein, you've got a Jaeger who is half dead and routed. So he's going to have a -12 on his roll. And yeah, he's going to stay routed.
You think? Okay, yeah. So is he off board now?
No. He's fine because there's more than 15 spaces between you and the enemy. So you're
maybe that exercised the snake eyes, and I won't have another one of those, huh?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Now you've got another guy stack that's routed here, so they're going to have a minus. Right, this group here, it's got a minus something. So just go ahead and roll. We'll figure it out. They're fine.
61.
Yeah.
So that all goes away.
Yep, so it all goes away, indeed.
It's just a bad dream. And you were there.
All right, okay. Then you've got some routed cavalry here. And just go ahead and roll for them. 34 becomes a 25. 35 becomes a 25. And let's see what their morale is. 25. So they are going to still stay routed. So you're going to need to move them, their movement value. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Do we have anybody else who was unhappy?
Oh, yeah. We have unhappy people.
Did we have any more that were routed or just merely disordered?
Well, I thought we had more unhappier.
I'm not seeing
any.
No,
it looks like we don't.
Yeah, because I think you cleared up a bunch of the guys from last turn, right? So, now let's go to the disordered guys. So you've got one that's here, these guys that we're trying to get up close to the Trilliors. So this stack here.
There's 2 disordered. I'm just going to get rid of that marker.
Okay. Right, so you just so you're going to have a -9, -3 for being disordered, and then -6 for being half dead. So that stack is going to rout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can park them right here.
Here.
And they would just go right back here to this little hex by the creek. Yep. All right, then we move over to this group here. And let's see, where are their situation? So they've lost 2, so they're not quite half dead yet. They're going to have a -3 for disordered, but a +2 for their leader. So they just have a -1. So go ahead and roll for them.
43.
43. So they're going to recover. Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so that takes care of all of that. So what we can do now is we can clear the movement marker, right? And we can advance.
Well, what about fatigue?
Oh, yeah. We've got the fatigue. So, in fact, I should have removed the fatigue marker from that guy last turn. He didn't do anything. Yeah, so you go ahead and take that one's going to come off. The guy that moved half his movement is going to come off. The guy that was exhausted, that's going to come off. And then you've got a guy way up. Yeah, and then you got a guy way up in the north who recovered from being routed. his exhausted is going to come off as well. So
I do not see any more.
that's correct.
If it's routed, does it stay exhausted?
Well, so what happens is
More than half. So yeah.
if it's routed, yeah, I mean so in the premier rules, if when the cavalry recover from being routed, you put an exhausted marker on them.
Yep.
And so even if they were completely fresh, they took a hit and they ran away due to artillery fire, for example. That's going to be enough to provoke them into fleeing, for want of better words, or being marked as exhausted.
Okay, that's me.
All right, so let's take a look at the clock here. So that was the 2:40 turn. So now we're at the 3:00 turn. It looks like somebody's got a leader that's going to be coming back here at the 3:20 turn. Who is this? Duca, yes, one of your cavalry leaders is going to be coming back.
Where does he come back?
He will show up usually as a reinforcement, so he's going to show up wherever your reinforcements usually show up. So most of the time they're coming there on that that western edge of the map board. Yes. So like
A or B, I think.
Yeah, A, right? So that's where he would show up. He's not there now. It's not until the 3:20 turn. We're at the 3:00 turn. So I moved him to the 3:20 space, so that way when we advance the minute marker to that, then we know to put him down. So I usually do that just as a way of keeping track of stuff for the purposes of reinforcements, as well as guys that are returning from battle or returning from getting wounded. So he'll show up next turn. So at this point in time, we would check for army morale levels, right?
Right.
Now, looking at the situation, we only count infantry that has been that's either routed or eliminated, right? So the guns that are eliminated, they don't count for anything. In my case, the cavalry that you eliminated doesn't count for anything. I've got a single infantry, French infantry, that is routed, and you have what looks like 2 battalions. So I've got 1 battalion that's routed. You've got 2 battalions that are routed.
I think so.
So your guys are with, let's take a look here and see which division they're with or which group they're with. So they've got the little blue somethings here. Is that the 4th? Yeah. Okay, so when we go and look at them, so they are the 4th division.
Second Corps.
Second Corps. So the Second Corps has got 9 factors, right? And so when we're looking at it, if you're looking at the order of battle chart, they've got a 2/4/6, right? So because you've got 2 that are out, those guys are going to be on a morale track. They're going to be on morale track 1, right? So they're on morale level 1. So let's see if there's something there for them. That's Second Corps? No. Yeah, Second Corps. So Second Corps would be on morale level 1. Now, does it tell us what being on morale level, what the penalty is? Usually, there's, for all of the morale checks that any of the units in the Corps have to endure, they're going to have a penalty. And it would be really helpful if it was actually printed on the chart.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, that would be nice. Let's see if we can find it on one of these charts. Okay, command is on morale level 1, a -3. So any units that are part of the second core, so that's going to be, it looks like
Blue and the
the,
yellow.
yeah, anybody, the blue and the yellow striped people, they're going to have a -3 on any morale check that they make. So what's going to happen? So what this means is for this guy that's here, for this stack, right? They've got he's got a -3 for the core being on it. He's got a -6 for being routed, and he's got another -6 for being half dead. So he's going to have a -15 to recover, right?
All right.
Yeah. Now for the French, the first core, I've got 49. So I have to get 7 or more guys out of commission in order to go on a morale level.
You don't have any losses.
I only have one guy that's routed right now.
Okay.
So for the moment, I'm fine. I'm not going to be on a level. But looking at your chaps, so it's basically, who were those guys? It's these guys that are here, right?
Yep.
These got the yellow stripes. Who else has got? And then who's got a blue stripe? These guys have got orange stripes. Those guys have got orange stripes, so they're not part of it.
Well, I thought they were. I think they were. Was that not right? I think
Well,
they are.
one's got a yellow, and so some have got yellow and some have got oranges.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And the guys with the blue stripes, where are they at? They might have already been the guys that, oh, yeah, this is the group that had routed away. So there's the other portion of them is back here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got only 4 battalions. So half of them have bugged out. Yeah. And then you've got the skirmishers and then the 3 yellows. Okay. So, okay. All right. That's everybody accounted for. So, and what you want to try to do is avoid having people getting completely destroyed, because then you're not coming back. So if say for example, I've got a couple of, like, your skirmishers get completely greased, they're going to be you're going to be on a level permanently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to try to, so like a lot of these guys that are all dinged up, you want to try to get them out of harm's way if at all possible.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Hey, so
here's one of your other guys that's up here.
Kettle started.
What's that?
You fill dead air for a moment while I get the kettle started?
Yeah, sure. All right. So for all of us out there tuning in beautiful wherever you are, this is the Battle of Kulm. We are plugging away here. We are now at the 3 o'clock turn. We've determined morale levels or thereabouts. So that's what we're up to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are just having a grand time here with everybody, trying to sort things out. And the allies are, well, I'm not quite sure what the allies are up to. They've got a whole bunch of cavalry massing down here. Probably going to try to do something unpleasant to the French. That's what I would do if I were them.
Okay, back. Sorry about that.
That's okay. No apologies are required.
Righty ho.
Yeah.
So it's in French.
Yeah, yeah. So we can do the French. So cavalry charges, I'm not going to do any cavalry charges. That should not be a surprise. So then I need to figure out what I'm going to do movement-wise. What am I going to do? What have you got here? All right, we're going to try to cause as much mischief as possible, because why not? So this guy here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and come in on your, like this. This guy's going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, and do the same thing there. All right. This guy's going to go here. These guys are going to be brave. They're going to push up there. This guy's going to go here. And let's see. 1. 1, 2, 3. This guy's going to go there. No, this is good. He can't change. He can prolong, but he can't change his facing. All right. This guy's going to pull back 1. And let's see, this guy's going to pull back here, and then he's going to come back over there like that. And, oh, does he want to do that? No, where was he before? Let's undo him. Undo, undo, undo. Yeah, no, we'll put him over there like that. And then, no, we'll just move him there. That's better. Okay, this guy is then going to move over there. Okay. And then here we'll go ahead and move like this. And let's see, do we still have shots at you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we do. Okay, so that's got those people sorted out. One, 2, 3, 4. How much does it cost to go up that slope? Slopey slopes. I think I'd have it memorized by now. +2, so that's going to be
I don't know how you
7.
have anything memorized, frankly, because there's all these rule sets are so darn close.
Yeah.
You know, it would all just turn in. Well, it does turn into mush in my head.
All right. Let's see, where else can we go? What else can we do? Interesting that you're moving people around over there. Okay. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Right, let's go ahead and we'll prolong these guys this way. Okay. Now, what do I do with these chaps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, anything else exciting to do? Nope, not for the moment. Okay, so it is defensive fire. I think you've only got one with these Jaegers that are here.
Oh, where we got them? Yeah, okay.
Yep, right here. Yep, so you're going to have, whoops.
Didn't want to do that.
It's okay.
Are you going to hit the undo or shall
I'll
I?
hit the undo. There we go. And we'll hit it one more time.
Double undos are no fun.
Yep. So they're going to have 6 to 9, 1 to 1.5.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. They are just chipping away here. And so that's going to be, there's not much left of those porch odds. So they need to make a morale check. Since that was an even hit, they've got a -6 for being half dead. Here we go. And they are going to disorder. So let's put the disorder marker. I thought that might happen. There was a chance. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Back like that. Okay. All right. That's it. Now I have my offensive fire. So I'm going to have these two guys and these guns fire on you here. So my infantry should be in, yeah, 6. 6 and 6 is 12, plus another 21. That's going to be 33. And you've got a fire defense of 6 for your line because you're a big target, but it might be a little less than that because you've got artillery stacked with you. If artillery and infantry present, the fire defense is 2 less than for infantry normally. So you've got a fire defense of 4. So I've got an 8-to-1 shot on you.
Good grief.
Yep. So here we go. Let's go ahead and roll and see what we get. 26 at 8-to-1.
Well, this is a crappy
That's going to
roll.
be 2 hits. So your infantry will take the first hit, and then your artillery will take the second hit. Do you have a thing where the artillery gets smaller, or
Do. Should.
does it do the
Let's see.
decrement thing?
Oh, I did the other thing. Hold on. Wait. Delete. Got to do this one. Oh, it doesn't have a decrement on it. How about that? How about that?
Well, it would be interesting if you did, because then you'd have to calculate on the back everything being halved if it's 2 increments, or being,
Oh, I do. I do.
Yeah.
But you have to use the keyboard command.
Right.
It didn't register at half.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So your infantry need to make a morale checks, and that was their first hit, and
Okay,
the
so
artillery. Yeah, and then the artillery as well. So.
Okay, so here goes the artillery. It happens to be on top.
They pass.
56, so looking good. And then the
infantry
Great
should pass
Guards,
too. Yeah.
They should be a 14.
They pass as well.
52.
Okay, so they survive the fire portion of today's excitement. All right, then down here I've got these guns are going to fire on your square. We are at short range, so this is going to be 7 plus, so it's going to be 20 to 4. It's going to be a 5-to-1 shot. 45 at 5-to-1 is enough for 2 hits.
And I need a morale check.
You do need a morale check, and with a minus, well, they're +6 for being in square, but a -3 because they're on a level. So they're still fine. It's altogether a +3 on your die roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that little bit of excitement. All right. These chaps here can fire half. So that would be 9 halved is going to be, say, 4. So we've got 4 to 6 with a +5. That's a miss. All right. And then we move down here. We've got 4 plus I can get these guns lined up on you. So let's see. At range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's going to be 9. Those guys should be the same, right? 9, so it's going to be 18. Okay. So 18 plus 4, it's going to be 22. 22 to 6, that's going to be a 2-to-1 shot, or 3-to-1 shot, with a +1 for the size of the stack, and then a +1 for Von Damme. So 3-to-1 with a +2. Here we go. 23. That's good enough for a single hit and a morale check on those guys there. And they pass. All right.
Oh, yes.
What are those, Cossacks or something?
Yeah, they're Cossacks.
What's their morale?
26.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they're fine.
They're not ridiculous.
They're
just
not terrible.
Great.
Yeah, there's some Cossacks out there that are in the 30s. So
yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're gonna fire. These guns are gonna fire down on this chap here. So we got a 1-to-1 shot on you there. And let's go ahead and roll. 62. That's good enough for a hit on those grenadier, on those, what are they? Probably some sort of crossiers. Make a morale
Probably
check.
they're the Novgorod Cuirassiers.
See
And
if
the
they got
morale is 26.
23. So they
23.
are going to rout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 puts them right here in this little stack of the woods there.
Oh, I've messed some things up. Stop.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Good. What does that put them?
So they're just going to kind of go this path this way along the back of the hill, and then they'd end up over here by the creek.
But when you click, it moves the map, and I can't count. So hold on.
Oh, really?
I
That's
know.
weird. Do you have it like centering on the
Yes, I
opponent's
do
move or
because
something?
it's kind of a longish line here. Yeah, I do, and I normally wouldn't if I were on a smaller frontage.
Oh, sorry.
So so my bad. Sorry. Hold on.
I didn't realize I was doing that to you.
No, no one ever does. That's why it's good to use your words, as my wife would say.
There you go. Perfect. All right. Let's see if we can scare off some more of your guys here. We've got some more one-to-one shots. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this guy here is going to fire on this guy here where your leader is. So it's a 1-to-1. That's a miss. And then this guy here is going to fire on that guy there. Same thing, 1-to-1. And that's also a miss. Okay. So, all right. So now we do our combat, and we've got an assault here on your guys. I've got 7 and 6. I've got 14 increments, and you've got 7. So it's a 2-to-1. So there's no pluses or minuses on the odds chart, or there shouldn't be. Yeah, it's a 0. Okay. Now, you're being assaulted in the rear, so you're going to have a -6 for that. And then you took 2 hits, so that's going to be another -3 for each of those hits. So it's going to be a -6 altogether. So you're going to have a -12 on your morale check. So just go ahead and roll for the top unit. If the top unit passes, then the whole. Okay, so -12 is going to bring you down to a 23. So they pass. Okay. So now I get to roll. I'm going to have a +6 on my die roll. So for this chap here, he's good. And the next chap is also good. Okay. So now we do our odds. So you just go ahead and calculate, and basically your artillery unit is, halved its melee because it lost 1.
So it's 2. Do you round up or down?
You can usually round up. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't know that there's a convention anywhere per se. So.
Yeah, well, for like sound of drum games, it's always round up.
Yeah, and they should have
of,
something like that. So.
I like simple things like that cover all sorts of little edge cases. Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Round it up. Round it up. Round it up.
So this is going to be worth 18, and that's going to be worth 21. So that's going to be 39. What have you got?
I've got 28.
28. Oh, okay. And then And then I'm improved by 50% by hitting you in the rear. So I'm at 59. So what are you at?
30 total.
30 total? Okay, to
30
59.
total.
So we
Two
just
for the
missed
two
out
for
on,
the artillery, and 28 for the guards.
right. And so if we don't round you up, then it's a 2-to-1.
Okay.
All right. So it's 2-to-1. No pluses, no minuses, no leaders. Here we go. Let's see what we get. A 23 at 2-to-1. That is going to be a blank. So let's see how this works. What do they say with a blank in this? Attacker and defender each must retreat 1 hex, suffering no casualties. No morale checks are required. So you need to retreat 1. Yep.
And the artillery's gone.
Yeah, it doesn't have anywhere that it can go since it can't go across the creek. All right, and then I've got to flip my guys over, and they've got to retreat back. So this guy will go there, and this guy will go there. Well, it wasn't quite as exciting as I would have liked.
Oh, it was plenty exciting. Don't fool yourself.
Yeah. I was really hoping to do some more damage to you, or at least get you to disorder or something exciting like that. All right.
And you got me across the creek. Thank you.
I did. Yeah. Special bonus. Okay. Do I have any other combat I wanted to do? Nope, I don't have anybody else who's adjacent. So now what we can do is go for rolling for recovery. So I have the one chap that is routed back here. So let's go ahead and see if he can recover. He does. Christmas miracle. And so he's going to be in column formation facing that way. And then I've got this stack here that's disordered. So they're going to have a -9, -3 for being disordered, and -6 for being half dead. So let's roll for them. Hey, what do you know? They rolled well enough to save their little behinds. Okay. And we can go ahead and delete that. This unit did not move at all. So they are going to be completely happy. And they are done with their movement. And, oh, then I've got this guy here that's disordered. He's going to just have a -3. And he's fine. And he's going to come back, and he would be then in column formation. Okay, just like that. Okay, cool. Anybody else who's unhappy? Nope, that's it. Okay, so it's over to you.
All right.
So do you have any cavalry charges?
I think I do.
You do. Time to worry.
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get charge square, so I'm not sure how much worry it is.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great fun. Okay. Any other charges?
Do another one. Yep. That's it. These guys are all marked charge that are going to charge.
All marked charge. Okay, so you're going to execute each one at a time. So pick which stack you're going to do first.
It's right here. So
can you flash? I didn't see which one. Okay, so him. Okay, so he can, since he's in line, he can go either into this hex or this hex as he moves forward.
Okay.
Okay,
do I just move the marker?
Yeah, you just move the marker. That keeps it simple until we get to wherever you're at. So stop. So when he gets here, right, You're within 2 of an enemy unit, so you have to declare whether this guy is the target of the charge.
He is not the target of the charge.
He's not the target of the charge. Okay. All right. So then you'd move the next X. Okay.
Now he is the target of the charge.
Okay. So you have to target. You can't get to him until you get through him. So somebody needs to target him
back
first.
To here,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
now
Yeah. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
the target of the charge.
Yeah.
So he's the target of the charge.
Right.
Okay.
Good. 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 So now you would move forward. Right.
Okay.
Good. Now at this point in time, I have an option to retreat before combat. Okay. So I can retreat either here into the square, or I can retreat here with that friendly unit that's next door. Okay. If I go to this one that's here, then you would follow me, and you'd have a chance to actually you'd have a chance to recall. I think. Let me double check what they've got here for the rules for this. All right. Charge process options. When do you make a recall? Cavalry recall. A voluntary recall attempt can only be made after a unit has moved its second hex. A recall attempt may be mandated by result of a square attempt by the opponent. To perform a recall, the owning player makes a 1d6. Friendly leader that has a positive is going to improve. Okay. If the result is a fail, for a voluntary recall, the cavalry unit must finish its charge, move with restrictions that it must attempt to contact the closest enemy combat unit if possible. Cavalry that expends its full movement allowance during a charge and fails to contact an enemy unit is immediately marked routed and stands in place with the exception, an exception to the route move. Okay. So what I can do is I'm going to have these guys retreat here into this hex here with the line.
Okay.
So you would then need to make a recall attempt if you're not intending to keep attacking them. And for the Russians, you need to roll a 5 or a 6 for them to recall. Otherwise, they will carry on.
Nope, he doesn't recall.
Yep, so he doesn't. So you move him forward 1 hex here, and then you're going to turn him to face these guys here, right? And I then have an option to form square or to stand. And so let's take a look and see what we've got here for our options. So these are so you're not lancers, but you are heavy cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep. And I think that yeah, so I'd have a -3 if I'm just going to stand. Or if I attempt to form square, the movement points separating us are quite a bit because you are across the stream. And I don't have any modifiers since you're heavy, so there's nothing there.
What you're reading?
I'm trying to find some stuff here on the chart to see if there's anything.
I
about
remember when the
attacking
connection
cross.
lines were so cruddy that you could always hear static and know that you were still connected.
Oh yeah.
Now it's dead silence.
Okay. All right. So we're just gonna try to stand. So here, let's roll. 31. All right. So let's see what we got. 25. So because of the -3, because you are heavy cavalry, but is there any modifier for being on the other side of the stream? No, so that's cavalry charges. Okay, if I was infantry, it'd be a different thing. Yep. So they are actually going to disorder, and let's see what happens. Gotta try to find it here. Nope, wrong section of the rules. Okay, so fails to pass morale check, disorders. Okay, so we put a disorder marker on them. Okay, so flip and flip and then where's our morale disorder? Okay, so that brings that one to a conclusion. So you're here facing this way, and you only moved 1, 2, 2 hexes. All right, now you've got your other charge here, and you've got your other charge here.
So you go right there. And you are the subject of the charge.
Okay,
Here.
that guy there. Okay, cool. So he's already in square, so there's not a lot I can do about that. So just push at him again. Okay. All right. So as he moves from this hex to act, well, so I actually have to make a morale check to see if I stand. So I'm in square right now. So I have a +6 for being in square, and then another plus, let's see, +3 for my leader. But I have a -3 being charged by heavy cavalry. So let's go ahead and roll. Oh my gosh. So they are going
Well,
to
that didn't quite
disorder.
do it.
Yeah, that did not do it very well. So they are going to be marked as disordered. Okay. All right, so as you move from there to there, right, I'm going to get a shot at you from these guys, right? And in fact, well, actually, no, I won't, because when you come adjacent to me and I disorder, I am no longer in square. So so your charge actually ends right there.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so you're there like that and that. Okay, and we remove that marker. Okay, what's your last one?
I actually wanted to declare another charge, but never mind. Let's go right here. 1, and
So
this is the
it's more
object
than
of the
one,
charge.
right? Because you're going up the slope. So it's actually,
4.
yeah, 4. Who's the target of your
That,
charge? That guy there. Okay, so move adjacent to him. Good. So then now he would move to go under the square, right? He's going to go and
okay.
take shelter there under the square. And let's go ahead and toggle through. Okay, good. Now if you wanted to make to continue to chase him, You don't have to do anything at all. You just keep going. If you wanted to recall and pick a new target, you could try to recall.
I want to pick a new target.
Okay, so you need to make a recall roll. So you need to roll a 5 or a 6 in order to pick a new target. A 6.
I did.
Okay. All right, so stop.
And I want
All right, so then this guy here is your new target, right?
that guy's my new target.
Okay. Okay. So cool. So now what you need to do is you're going to move your this guy up there, right? So basically just yeah. Okay. Okay. And so then that then ends the charge segment. And that guy went 1, 2, 3. He did go 3 in a row. So the way I keep track of it is if they went less than 3 or they turned or whatever else, their charge marker is turned sideways like this. If they went 3 in a row, then it's facing exactly towards the target. So this guy went 3 in a row. This guy only went 2 in a row. This guy only went 2 in a row. So that's why they're turned the way they're at. So
Got it.
Okay. All right. Now it's on to your movement segment.
Movement segment. Good. Seven. 8. Okay. I am moved over there. So now let's go up here.
Looking very menacing.
That's why we have the big hats.
There you go. All right. So this guy moved within opportunity charge range of this chap. So I could try to opportunity charge him. So I'm going to try that, see if I can pass my morale check.
Can I countercharge him with my guard hunts?
Nope, you can't. Because this is all happening before it. Because reaction charge only happens during the opposing person's turn.
Okay.
So I pass. So then I move adjacent to you. So now, what are options here for skirmishers who are being opportunity charged? Let's see if I can find the segment here. Opportunity charges. Player decides to makes a morale check. Unit which fails, stay where they're at. If successful, the player moves the cavalry unit 1 hex forward to bring it adjacent to the moving enemy unit. The moving enemy unit must attempt to stand, or if skirmishing, may withdraw if able to. If the skirmishing unit withdraws, the opportunity charge ends the movement where it is. Infantry and artillery may not attempt to form square when opportunity charged. Active player always remains the attacker. Opportunity charge will not worsen. Cavalry, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Let's
I'm going to
see.
withdraw.
So you can't,
And
you don't have anywhere to withdraw to. So you saw how, like, when you attacked me, I
you
charged
made the
me. My
square.
guys, they retired to square general order terrain.
Okay,
So
so go ahead and hit
let's
them.
take a look and see what it says here. Um, that's cavalry skirmishers. Okay, so skirmishers may not attempt to stand or form square in the face of a cavalry charge. They either retreat, as described above. So skirmishing units which are declared the target of cavalry charge may retreat before the cavalry if they are adjacent to one of the following: a hex with infantry, or cavalry in
No, no.
good order, a woods hex, a village hex, or a town hex.
Oh, they're
They must
cavalry in good
retreat.
order.
Yeah, so that's something that's different from
Who
the
knew?
regular premier rules. Okay, so they would just retreat back through one of those guys to the other side. They can't be stacked in the same hex. So you just pull them back somewhere else, right? All right, so my opportunity charge is done. Those guys pulled back.
All right. I'm going to form a square.
All right, what's next?
I'm thinking.
That's
I'm
always
not
a
forgetting.
problem. It's always
Yeah, it
dangerous
always
when you
gets you
do
in
that,
trouble.
Matt.
Not think. Yeah, thanks.
Always dangerous. Yeah, so there, with for anyone who's tuning in here, there are some subtle differences in the the rules in the against the odds Kulm from the premier rules. So there's some slight differences, um, and that's just have to keep that in mind when you're playing the game. So remember, when they're in line, they have 2 movement points less than their printed value.
Right. So that's 6. Right. Oh, so
Right,
I'm
and he's
over
only
one.
got 5, right?
Right. You're right.
Because he started off in line.
I'm going to get there. And then this guy's there.
There you go.
Whoops.
That looks better.
My obsessive compulsive side is happier now.
There you go.
Oops. Okay, it's going to draw one. Is that true? No, that's not true.
So you could take him out of square. It costs 1 movement point to do so. And then he can run away somewhere else.
Well, running away somewhere else sounds appealing. I'm not sure that I want to yet. Let me think about that. So he said for now. Okay, I'm going to move this guy to here, and this guy to here.
Okay.
And so let me just turn him, line these guys all up right. This guy goes to the top. And then put that in there, and I'm going to take this guy and put him there. Okay.
That looks very fancy.
This guy, I'm going to move him down here. But your skirmish, so I'm going to go here.
So actually, so where did he start?
I think. Let me go back. Let's go backwards. There we go.
Okay. So remember, I have a skirmish zone for my cavalry. So anything that moves adjacent to me pays an extra 3 movement points. Anything that's adjacent to that's paying an extra 2, right?
So that's 3.
Yep.
That's 7.
Well, but you're also paying 2 to leave that one. So
to leave it. So to enter and leave. Got it.
Enter and leave. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So usually you can, if you're adjacent, so like you had some guys that were adjacent, they usually have enough movement points to move in, right? So it's going to cost 6 movement points, say, to move from there to there, right? But usually if you're a couple of hexes away, 3 or 4 hexes away, you're not going to be able to get adjacent to the cavalry skirmishers as a general rule. And now in Premier, you're paying for entering and exiting hexes. In Regs 30 and in 5th edition, you're only paying for entering hexes. So this is one of the other differences with the rule sets.
Good.
So skirmish cavalry is super, super sticky in this. And then the other thing is that, unlike, say, Regs 30, with this one, you can fire and then you pull back because you have defensive fire. So the skirmishers attack, they fire in the defensive phase, then they pull back before the offensive phase happens. So that's different than Regs 30 and 5th edition, where it's simultaneous fire combat. And therefore you can get a shot. Then you could get a shot at the skirmishers, kind of a thing. So...
Okay, and everything else is broken, so I don't want to worry about that. I don't want to do that. I can just leave this right there. Okay, I'm done moving.
You're done moving. Okay. So now we would have defensive fire. So let's see. We've got defensive fire down here. These guys are firing here. That's so they're going to be halved because they're disordered. So that's going to be 6. Halved is going to be 3, right? And you are in line, and you've got a smaller stack of stuff. So it's 6 to 9. It's a 1 to 3 shot, and that is a miss. All right, now over here, we've got these guys here, and then these guys here. They all kind of pitch in. So this guy's he's going to be halved because he's disordered. So he's worth 8. So he's worth 4 points. And then this, how many units do we have here? We've got 8 plus 6, we've got 14. 14 times 2 is going to be 28. Thirded is going to be 9. So we'd have 9 and 4. That's going to be 13. We could have a 2-to-1 shot here with a +1 for the size of your stack. So that's what we'll do. We'll do a 2-to-1 here. See if we can get lucky. 26 becomes a 31 at 2-to-1. Let's take a look on the old fire chart and see. And we just missed you. So nothing's done there.
Yay.
And that's it. We don't have any other defensive fire. So now it's over to offensive fire. So if we want to start up in the north, you've got this one Jaeger can fire, and it's going to be a 1 to 3 shot there on those chaps.
Let's take that. 61.
Close, but no cigar. Then you've got this Jaeger here who can fire on that cavalry. Same thing, 1 to 3 shot.
16. Nothing.
Nope. All right. Then let's see where else you've got stuff. Then you've got this artillery, your position battery. You can pick a target and fire at somebody.
Is there an advantage to firing at disordered troops?
Well, the advantage is that you can, if you hit them, you might, and you do enough damage, they might rout, right? Or if nothing else, they're going to be, they take hits, so they're reduced. So that way, when you do the cavalry combat, there's fewer factors to be involved with.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fire my 22 and the 5. So the guard horse and the position battery.
Well, do you have a leader there with artillery ability?
I may well. Let's find out.
Yeah. So if you do, then you can combine. Yeah. So otherwise, you just one would fire and so.
I had a command there. I didn't know who he was or what he was doing.
So you've got a 22 and the fire defense is 14. So you're at 1.5 to 1.
That's 64.
That's enough for a hit. So those guys are going to take a hit. And that is an even numbered hit for them, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and roll for them. And they pass. Okay. All right. Then you've got your horse guns. They could fire at, say, these guys here. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to have a 5 to 9 shot on that infantry.
Can I not take it on the other one?
You can only fire at 1 hex once. So.
Okay, great. So let's take that one.
Yep.
65.
65. That's another hit. So you guys you're just the Russians are on fire today. The French, not so much. Fire. Not so much. Failing our morale checks.
Well, the French are on fire too, but it's a little different.
Snatching defeat from the clutches of victory. All right. And then I don't think you got any other fire. So now we would go over to melee. So you've got at least, well, you've got those 2 melees. I don't think you've got anything else that's adjacent that you could do a melee with. So which one do you want to execute first?
Let's do this one first.
Okay. So your chap is in line. So his melee is going to be halved. And he's attacking across the stream. So that's going to have him again. So he's going to be quartered. So what's his? So he's got 6. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then I've lost. That's 3 each. So I'm down to 9 for that guy, and then this guy is 24. So that's going to be 33 halved is 11. So you are attacking at the 1 to 2 chart. No pluses, no minuses.
No, I'm not heavy cavalry versus disordered infantry.
There's no so me being disordered is going to have me, right? So I have 32. 33, and then it's halved, so it's down to 16 or no. Well, it's not thirded. It's so 33 halved would be 16 and a half, right? And you said you've got 6.
6.
Right. And there's only a 1 to 2 chart anyway.
Right. So it's a 1 and 2.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll. A 32. A 32 is AD, so that is attacker disorders. So what's going to happen is you are going to lose an increment and your cavalry is going to rout away. It's basically 10 hexes.
That's 10. But doesn't it go 12?
Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was 10. Yeah, so 12.
Okay. I'm totally lost now. Hold on.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think you're fine where you're at. Just
I think that's it.
drop a route marker on him. I think you left the disorder marker, yeah.
He's left the disorder and he becomes a route, right?
Yeah. And then did you mark the loss on him?
Yes, I did, but yes, it was a 6. Now it's 5.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, things aren't going to go nearly as well for this other guy because you've got just a boatload of stuff coming at him. So this guy here alone is going to be doubled, right? So he's 40, he's going to be 80, right? And then these guys are going to be whatever their value is. So that's 24 plus another 32. So that's going to be 56 plus 80. So you're well over the 100 mark, right? And then my guy is 12, right? So you're at 5 to 1 odds. Now, you've got a leader there, right? Yeah, so your leader adds in 2 and my leader adds in 2. So they wash each other out. So it's going to be a 5 to 1, no pluses, no minuses. So 56 is a defender routes. So I'm going to lose an increment. Let's go ahead, take an increment loss. Okay. And then he's got to route away. So based on the route protocol, they're going to go through the least costly terrain to get away from the enemy, right? So unless something else would prevent it. Now, so we want to kind of take a look at the priorities for retreat movement. So let me look this up here real quick and see what it's got here under handy dandy retreats. Retreat. No, that's retreat before combat. I want retreat after combat. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can find it here. So 4.4 disorder, retreat, movement, route movement restrictions. So 4.4. Okay. So units never move to place themselves closer to the enemy. They must end their movement further away from all enemy than when they began, as much as possible closer to their friendly board, map edge, hex entry point, whichever is closer. They may move through at least through the least movement point cost terrain as possible. They do not move through friendly units if there's another path of equal terrain cost, which will not place them at any time closer to the enemy. Routed units that are unable to make their full route move surrender to the enemy, like if you're pinned somewhere. Units may not make a route move in a direction which takes them behind enemy lines, etc. Okay, so what this means is this chap here, right? If he moves, he could move here, right?
Right.
But then the cost of moving over the stream is more than moving into the next clear hex, right? So
Right.
therefore he's got to go there. And then from there he can go on. It's a clear path. So we're going to go
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets him over there. So let's go ahead and grab him in this little stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 7 puts him there. Okay. And we will have the leader there. All right. So then this chap here's got to make a morale check. He'll have a +3 on his roll because the leader's there. And he passes. Okay. So then what you need to do is you need to advance into the hex, but with somebody, but not to exceed your stacking limitations.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to go there.
Okay, cool. So now everybody is marked as exhausted.
Well, that wasn't what I expected.
Yeah, but we noticed that before. Where it
Yeah,
was,
I just don't remember what I saw. So hold on.
Yeah.
There we go. So,
So I think we were just grabbing them from the board. Yeah.
but that's not turning over for as
Right.
okay.
And then clone it. And now you're set. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
That's all I need to do, right?
That's all you need to do.
As a charge marker that I don't need there.
Yeah, you don't need charge markers. So what they do is they're keeping track of the of your tiredness, exhaustedness, whatever, with the different colored markers, right?
Yep.
So that's how we know. So if it happens in your phase, it's got the green shaded one. If it happens in my phase, it's got the blue shaded one. So
Correct. Good.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. So now what you're going to do is you're going to we're ready for morale recoveries, right? So once again, we've got some people that are routed, so we're going to roll for them first. You've got that guy that's way back there in Hanstein. You're going to roll for him with a -12. And so
He might have made it.
that's a 31. He's going to make it.
Morale's only 13. That's great.
Yeah, those guys are pretty dedicated.
Yeah.
All right.
So
then you've got this guy here. He's going to have a -15 because he's half dead, he's routed, and he's part of that
62.
other thing. So 62 -15. So that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's going to be, it's a 35. So those guys should be back.
Good.
All right. And then you've got these cavalry that's back here by Prestine. They just have a -6. So that's going to be a 22. I don't know what
they're 25.
25. So they're just move them back some more. Yep. All right. Then you've got more people that are routed. So you've got this cavalry here that's routed. So go ahead and roll for them with a -6. That's going to be a 21. I don't know what
doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it. So now they're going to move. This time you'd hop them across the creek. It's going to be 6.
4, so that's 7, 8, 9. And then more than I can get.
Yep. All right. And then roll for the other chap. 53. That's going to be fine, right? So now you're going to take, we're going to just put an exhausted marker on him.
I still want that to work, you know?
Yep. Yeah, no, that just needs to get fixed.
I will call Dave. He gave me permission to fix this, so I might fix it and then
Yeah,
send
there's
it
a
to
few
him
things
for.
to fix. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there are a few. There are a few.
okay. So then now you would roll for anyone who's disordered. And I don't think you've got anybody disordered. Nope. It's those
I don't think
guys
I
are
do.
the only ones there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So at this stage in the game, we can then advance the clock. So when we start next time, it will be the 3:20 turn, and we'll hit the big save button. Let's
Did
hit.
we get did we get this well that's a ping. It's a different one. Did we get through 3 turns today?
We got through 2 turns. 2 turns today.
I thought so. That's great.
Yeah. Because we didn't
That's
have a lot of
very
combat, so, and you're getting a better feel for things, so we don't have as many questions. So that's
well.
always
It's like that.
handy.
That's usually like a half a turn in Dresden.
Yeah. Well, and so this was something that had come up. Somebody had made a post um, in Facebook about how long stuff takes to get done, and saying you should always be watching what's going on and engaged in the game and whatnot. And apparently this person hadn't played with Regs 30 or some of the other rule sets where you know countless hours can go by before you actually move your piece or anything's happening.
Yep.
So, for example, session and a half ago or whatever, all the action is happening over on your side of the map. So, like,
Yeah, I know. I'm
Mike
pretty exciting
Hawkins and Rick and everybody else, they're not doing it. I mean, there's one fella sat there. I think Mitch fell asleep. One of the sessions because nothing's happening, and he's just waiting for his chit to come up. And so 2 hours, 2.5 hours passed. Nothing going on. Nothing's happening with the enemy in front of him, and nothing's happening with his stuff. And so this is the real downside of Regs 30 and Marie Louise.
It's the lawn bowling of the war game world.
Well, it's not well suited for team game. So for team play, you'd want to play Premier or 5th edition, where when your chit comes up, your whole side goes. Or here in Premier, it's the French player's turn. All the French players move their stuff. It's then the Allied player's turn. All the Allies move their stuff. And so therefore, everyone's always doing something. You don't have, unless there's nothing happening on your end of the board because you're marching to meet the enemy, while maybe there's combat happening in another section. But, otherwise, you don't have this big downside where, like, you're twiddling your thumbs waiting for something to happen.
Right.
And so that's another reason why
I'm enjoying these rules.
Yeah. Well, and this is why I think with for team play, like what we're doing with Dresden, we should have used a different rule set than Regs 30 necessarily. One that would have had everybody. So right now we had that last turn that finished up. It took 3 sessions for it to get done. So it took 9 hours to finish one game turn. Now, when we were playing Borodino, or actually Moskwa, the same thing, but we were playing this would have been with 5th edition rules. You'd get one session would be, say, the French chit, and then the next session would be the Allied chit. And so in 6 hours, you'd get everybody done. And so with Regs 30, it's taking, that much longer for things to get processed. And it's only going to, and that's just the way it is, using that rule set. And so that's why that rule set, I generally say it's best if it's just a 2-player game, because then everyone's always engaged, right? Or if it's solitaire, and then the chit's coming up in random orders, adds some friction and surprise to it. So if you're a solitaire player, those rules are fine. But for a team game, they're really not good at all.
Well, this is kind of cool because I think that this gives the Sound of Drums take on Tactical Napoleonics gives it a little bit of a boost because it's a different kind of a beast than La Bataille in terms of complexity, and things go faster. And I think that makes it more engaging. I like
I
having
think
I
so
like
too.
having I
Yeah.
like having room for all these rule sets
Yeah.
and
And when I
Tactiques Napoleon.
yeah, and when I'd interviewed Uwe, he'd said that this was something that inspired him.
Yep.
Not the Regs 30 stuff, not all the crunchy stuff, but the classic, La Bataille rules. And you can see that with how he's interpreted things with Sound of Drums, where things are
Yep.
moving faster and there is a greater, sort of a faster pace with everything. So, all
I
right.
find that when I'm playing games, that I really like the engagement. It gives me a lot more feeling of being there. Even
Yes.
some of the little card games are really evocative, and I really enjoy that as I grow older.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun card games out there too that are really